Hi and welcome to my playhouse. And today we're in the data center because while I was on vacation I got a question if I ever put the awesome Lenovo X3650 Model 5 into production. And I kind of have, because right now it's chia mining, and so that is up and running. But I got well, I actually have a newer one, the SR650, also from Lenovo, and that hasn't been doing anything. So I kind of thought that maybe it was time to prepare to have that server take over the main production here in my playhouse. Right now I'm running on a Model 4, the awesome Lenovo X3650 Model 4. Nothing wrong with that. It has been running for over a year without any downtime. It's doing really well. It's not as power efficient, and I also think that at some point I set it to maximum performance, which is awesome in a data center where you need maximum performance. I more or less don't need that all the time. I probably more need like balanced performance, and I think that's also why the noise level has gone up in my data center here. So yeah, today I'm gonna start trying to prepare the SR650 to take over the jobs that the Model 4 has. And I'm still running ESXi, and the Model 4 is running ESXi 6.5. I think I'm just gonna update this to ESXi 6.7 just because I don't want to mess with vCenter at the moment. There is vCenter on the M4 and it is a vCenter 6.7, so if I stay at that level I don't have to do too much at the moment, so that is always nice. But I have a bit of disc jockeying to do. So down here we have the Model 4, and it has two 480 gigabytes SSDs, and I believe it has two 1 terabyte SSDs, and then it has four 1 terabytes spinning disks. There's a decent amount of space on this one. I don't need that much space. I also have the unnamed NAS up here, we're not talking about, and the server has access to an iSCSI drive up there, and that has actually been working flawlessly. So I'm gonna reduce the amount of drives that I have in the new server. Well, at the moment I have two. Oh, it's off, so we can take one out. I have two Seagate's 4 terabytes Barracuda drives in there. We're gonna try and configure those in a mirror so that I get 4 terabytes on those two drives. Then we need something a little bit faster, and I'm planning to put in this Samsung drive. It's a 1 terabyte Pro Samsung drive from 2018, see, so this is already 3 years old. How time flies. So let's put that in. I'm gonna leave a spot for future expansion there, and then that's the old casing. I'm out of trays. I put all the trays in the M5 down here, but I'm only using a couple of them. So there's a lot of these drives that are not in use. I think we're just gonna pop one out and hope for the best that it's one of the ones not in use. 1, 2. I'm gonna go check at the computer. Okay, we are on the Lenovo X3650 Model 5 here, and I have 4 drives that are not 4 drives that are not in use. And I have 2 that is in use, S and T, but that doesn't add up. That makes 6 drives of that size, of that one as well. But there are 7 drives over in the server, so I needed some more help. So I went and checked with the rate controller here, and it seems that I have configured the first drive, which is a mirror of 2 drives, so that's why I'm missing one. So probably S is actually 2 drives in a mirror. So the last 4 drives in the server I can take out without getting into any sort of trouble. Except the RAID controller will be complaining. But let's see, we might be able to go and delete them before we do that. So if we just take, I just need one of them. So let's try and take this number 5 down here. See if we can delete the virtual drive. Delete virtual drive. Drive 5, drive 4, drive 3, drive 2, drive 1, and there's a drive 0 as well. So that one is going away. There, it removed the virtual drive. Now it's just down here as nothing. So let's go over to physical drives and see if we need to do anything. We have number 7 here, and it's unconfigured, so we can start location drive. Okay, that LED orange blinking there is supposed to be the location drive. I'm not a big fan of this drive. The LEDs are not too good there. I will stop the location light again. And the orange LED stops blinking, so that must be it. When we right click the drive, there is also prepare for removal. So let's do that one. There. And I think we can now take it out, which I was preparing to. So let's take it out. There. We just got another terabytes of data for our new VMware host here. There. And I'll put in the slot down here to make that look nice again. So now we have 2 4 terabytes and a 2 terabyte SSD. So I don't want too much storage in the server. It's the one that always has to be on. So I want to bring the power levels down and the noise and stuff. It also has an internal boot device. I believe 128 gigabyte Lenovo boot thing that goes in a dedicated slot inside, and that is it's an M.2 SSD that is in there. So I'm going to be booting on that, and then these drives are all for the virtual machines. Okay, I have powered the server. I was going into the BIOS. I have 2 exclamation marks here. Using capacity, 2 processors, good ones. I need to perform a firmware update of this server. It's ancient. We haven't been messing with this for quite a while. We're in 2021 now, and over halfway through the year. So it's loading the provisioning manager, and in here we can go and set different stuff. So here we are in the Wi-Fi BIOS of the SR650, and I just wanted to check the operation mode that is down here under Wi-Fi settings. And it's under system settings, and then there is operation mode right there, and you can see it's set to efficiency favor performance. It can go just as fast in this mode, but it might favor not doing so. So we can just see the different options. This mouse is really slow, but that's probably the mouse. So there is minimum power, which, well, there's that. Then there is efficiency favor power, efficiency favor performance, custom mode. Then you get to do everything. I'm not knowledgeable enough to go that route at the moment. And then there is maximum performance, which is the one that sucks all your power all the time. So I'm gonna go with the efficiency favor performance here and hope that that's less noisy than what I'm working with today. There's another setting under power here which talks about the power supplies, and there's a 0 output, and that is disabled at the moment. But it recommends it down here and says that if the server is not drawing that much power, it will shut down some of the power supply. And yeah, I think I want that, because then the power supply is losing less power. So I'm gonna try and enable that. It's not as if, oh, advanced mode. Okay, so we go directly from disabled to advanced mode. Yeah, that's a new one. Save changes. Do you want to? Yes, let's do that. When I connected power and monitor and stuff to the server, I saw that there was a GPU in there. It's one of these mining cards. It's not a heavy card, but I've been standing here thinking about it, and I think I'm gonna take that out because I wanna. Well, if I wanna do mining, I will turn on another server. This one should be the one that doesn't use a lot of power. It should have the CPU performance, but it shouldn't. And that mining card is not very efficient. And we get an excuse to look inside. Always nice. And here we have the server. Internal rate controller. We have some RAM here. It seems that I had 96 gigabytes of RAM in it. I think we saw that. And let's take this out. And while we do that, we can also see the bootable thing that is in here. So we're just gonna remove this. They have made their own weird power connections in this server. So we can just leave those in. We will take the mining. This is the mining card without the fans. Those fans were so crisp that they broke when I. So. See if I have some of these. I hope. I have some from an M3 and they don't fit. They have altered something, so they do go down there, but there's a pin sitting like that does not go in. Okay, I found one that will fit. That is from the M5, and I found my secret stash of trays of 3. Plus I have a hard drive here that also has one, and that's just a 300 gigabyte. Oh, I have 2. Another one here. Okay, so we have expansion possibilities. I think we're good to go as we are right now, so let's not mess with that. We needed this. Oh, and there's some RAM. Should put that in the back. Oh, I'm gonna put it in the top one, where most air will be moving near the components on the bottom, in theory. There. Good to go. So as this is gonna be my 24 server, I have my virtual machine that runs PFSense on there, and that gets the connection from the internet. And at the moment my internet is it's RJ45 connection, and the server only has 4 ports, 10 gigabit, and they're all SFP pluses. So I need one of these converter things that will bring it down from an SFP plus to an RJ45 connection, and I have some different ones here. I actually have a 10 gigabit one. I only have a 1 gigabit internet connection, so we don't really need that. So I'm gonna be putting in one of the 1 gigabits here. Let's just take that one, it looks perfectly fine. So and this is an SFP that goes to an RJ45 connection. So I'm in the Wi-Fi BIOS again, and I'm in configuring the BMC. Lenovo calls it the XCC, but in the BIOS it's called BMC. Consistency is not their thing. I have also disabled IP version 6 and given it an IP number that I have noticed in my IP planning thing, so that I can get back to it. That enables me to access it through my laptop here. So we have entered this server directly, and we're gonna try and do a remote console to it and see if we can install the software from there. it's very easy with Lenovo to get the ESXi version for it. We go to Google and you search for ESXi Lenovo download, first thing. We just go there. They have a very nice repository, the 6.5, the 6.7, the 7.0. So let's go to the, I was talking about the 6.7 there, and we have the different versions here, and this one isn't even that old. So we're gonna go and get that one. I'm gonna download it to my machine here. I'm not logged in or anything. There, we need an ISO, that's the top one. We'll pick that one up, and it's downloading. Not logged in, didn't have to do anything but to search for it. I could probably go do this from my comfortable chair in the living room, but now we are here. We are at the XCC, X Clarity Controller, XCC, and down here I have the feature on demand code for doing remote desktop. So let's click that, and we have different options here. I'll be kicked out in an hour, record, blah blah, whatever. Launch. It opens a new window. It will come and tell me that it's blocked because of a pop-up there, so we need to approve that pop-up thing and allow always from this done. And I don't think we can refresh, but we could try. Oh, that actually worked. So now we're seeing on here what I have on my console over there. So, but I also have access to the computer's files. So we should be able, that has done downloading down here. So we should be able to put that in the disk drive, in the media bay up here. So let's go media. We need to activate that. Yes. We need to browse, and that should be in our download folder there. Okie dokie. And mount local media, and it's mounting that there. We are mounted. I think we can close this now, and then we can boot this, and hopefully we can then boot off our ISO file. I think that would be that button there. Do you really want to exit? Yes. I think I have server 2019 on this server, so we're gonna get rid of that, and then we're gonna install ESX. Oh, yeah, we weren't fast enough to get rid of that. So restart server immediately. Yes, please. There, booting. At some point I'll get an option to what I want to boot from, and then we need to select probably the CD-ROM drive. It was quick. F12. I cheated and used the other keyboard now that I'm right next to it. I could probably go here and do a virtual keyboard. We have the CD-ROM drive there. Is that the CD-ROM? Oh, we have the EFI XCC virtual media. I think that might just be it. Let's check that one. Yeah, we have an ESXi installation here. So we're in luck. It's faster now. We can get rid of the download thing and make everything just a tiny bit bigger. So I'm still on Windows 10 here. Does anyone have some good experience with Windows 11? At some point I'll have to check it out. Oh, it tells us which CPUs we have and how much RAM we have. I really forget what RAM this is. This could be 16 gigabyte blocks. I believe there is 6 blocks in there. So this being Lenovo's own image, it should have everything that it needs to work well. There we are, the installation has loaded and it's ready for us to configure it. Enter. Do you want to? Well, if we don't agree to this, we are not going to get far. So F11 to agree. It's just like any other system. You have to agree with all the bullshit, otherwise you're not going to get anywhere. Ah, okay. So the thing that I thought was the CD-ROM drive is that bootable device that Lenovo has inside. So yeah, we have to select that. And I see that we have a 4 terabyte RAID. We haven't configured that, so apparently from the last time I was messing with this, I have configured those two 4 gigabytes drives in there in a RAID 1. These are storage drives. They are SMR drives, so they're not the greatest, but they're good enough for storage, big files, not good enough for use as a log folder or something like that, but big files that are not changing too much, no problem. So we're gonna install on that 120 gigabyte thingy in there, gathering additional information from the selected device. Awesome. There, it will be deleted. No surprise there. We need to select the language here, keyboard. I do actually have a US keyboard, so let's just keep to that. I need to put in a password. I am gonna do that. You're not gonna see. There we are. We can continue. It's happy with that. So, are you sure you want to install on this? Yep. And it's doing everything on the laptop here. But I can just turn around and see that it's also doing it on the monitor back here. So if I have had this server connected, I should have done it when I was on vacation. That would have been impressive. Okay, we can now remove the bootable media and press enter. Okay, so let's media, and we can unmount, slam. Are you sure? Yes. There. It's unmounted, and then press enter, and the server will reboot. ESXi has booted. It has picked up a IP number from the DHCP server 30. I am not very happy with that. That's not the one that I want. So we're gonna, according to my IP plan, it's supposed to have number 230. So we're gonna go in and do that. So we need to press F2 down here, and I need to feed it my secret password. There, and it should pop up. We get some possibilities, and we need to go and configure the network. There are some network adapters. So we have the first one is active, that is connected to 10 gigabit. The second one is where I put in that converter to RJ45 connections, but it's not activated yet, nothing is connected. Then there's a USB thingy, that doesn't matter. So there is just that one at the moment. IP version 4, we need to set a static IP number. I have to do all of it. How rude. There. And I don't want IP version 6, it always messes me up. Good to go with that. I would like to give it a name though. 01. There. Okay. To make this network changes happen, we have to reboot, and that is perfectly normal. So, yep. And it's rebooting. Okay, so that is up and running. It has the right IP number. It even has the nice name I gave it. So, awesome. So I've added the IP number here. Let's see if it finds it. It does. It's very pissed that it's not an HTTPS address, but yeah, so unsafe. So get access to our VMware host here. And try log in. That seems to be okay. It wants us to join the VMware customer experience. I don't think so. We are sharing quite enough. There's a lot of stuff here that it's things that I should be aware of. There are some security issues. ESXi in evaluation mode. You have 60 days. You're running Lenovo's custom image. I know that. We can get rid of that one. It should install a valid certification. So, okay, there's a lot of good stuff here that I need to worry about. But the server is installed, and I can now go to my vCenter on the other, but I'm gonna make that a different video. So that is gonna be it for this video. We didn't do anything too complicated. We put in some drives, we installed ESXi, not too complicated, but please give the video a like anyway. And if you wouldn't mind visiting my little shop, which is located in the description below, check out if I have something useful for you that will help me clean up and get room for other stuff, because that is an issue that I'm having. I have too much stuff and I can't just bring myself to throwing it out, so I much rather that someone else takes it off my hand and, well, finance getting some other stuff. So thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so that you can see me again. Have a nice day. Bye bye.